To curb child marriage issue, legislation change must be backed with other measures, including raising the mandatory age for education. Social activist Said Azmi Al-Habshi, who is experienced in managing transit homes for pregnant teenagers, said banning child marriages is a tricky issue that could lead to more problems.
A lot of people were thinking that it would be safe for for children to be in school, but if that is not in place, then that's not possible. We have all scientific data. We have all reason that children should not be married, okay, at their age. But then, the next question is, when you go on the ground, when you were in Taisala, Gomusang ke, Tumpak ke, and everybody is okay with it, and the next question is, okay, if I follow you and they say, no, don't get married now, where do I go? What do I do? What can I do? Who can I ask for help? One of the main three reasons of child marriage is poverty, options and choices as well, and also the opportunity to actually get education. So basically, I'm against banning of child marriage as it is right now. This is the thing, when people say ban child marriage, I actually wanted to know which one. Is it the below 12? Is it the high school sweethearts? Is it the high school sweethearts with somebody 40 years old, 50 years old? Which one? Because different age groups have different ways to address it. To say no, what is going to happen? What is going to happen when you say to a child, no, you cannot? When I say a child is below 18. So if you talk to teenagers, they'll run away. They get married. Please understand that the only way to stop child marriage is by the children themselves. That's what I believe in. Children say that I don't want to get married. But before that, you have to actually open up the opportunity for children to actually know where can they go, what can they do, where can they get their highest potential. And we as adults and as concerned citizens should actually have the space, should actually change our way of conversation, should not just use law as a mechanism. I think law is important, I agree, I think Sri will talk more about it. But we can have all that and people will still break the law. And it's sadder if they break the law and still they become quiet about it because abuse would happen. And I don't want that.
He said this during a Bar Council forum titled Child Marriage Happily Never After, held on Saturday. In Malaysia, children is defined as a person who is under the age of 18. Child rights lawyer Sri Vidya Ganapathy said banning child marriages or capping the minimum marriage age at 18 would mean criminalizing pregnant teenagers, particularly in rural areas.
Do you think that by passing a law, which is what everyone here and everyone in Malaysia expects the government to do, right? You expect the government to step in and pass a law and say, let's ban child marriage now. End it. Okay, so now I'm telling you, this is the problem. What will happen? You will be sitting there and criminalizing girls who are pregnant, who don't have any other alternatives. We pass the laws, yes, we say that you must ban child marriages, but we must give the government enough time to put in place all the measures.
Both Said Azmi and Sri Vidya said sex education as early as Standard 1 is critical to ensure the unwanted pregnancies do not happen due to ignorant teenagers experimenting with sex. The panelists agreed that the minimum age for marriage should be raised to 18 with an absolute minimum of 16 with parental consent.